Okay, welcome back. This is part 4. When we left last time, we were in the middle of some party preparations that were costing a fortune. We had a law change. My son and heir is now happily married to this interesting looking lady who permanent scowl. She really does look upset. Everyone kind of likes me, but not as much. You know, I like people that like me, man, and although they do like me, it's not as much as I'd like them to. So hopefully this party is going to kick off, and we're going to start off straight away and see if the results of it are pretty favourable. We're also going to perhaps try and find a new steward, I think. Okay, here we go. The guests have finally arrived, all is ready, the cooks have worked day and night preparing the food, and the castle has never looked lovelier. Welcome to the feast. So this is what's good when you play with the low earls. You don't really have to concern yourself with huge global politics to start off with while still learning the ropes. You know, you can just get drunk and go on hunts. You have spent some time immersed in tomes describing the various cultures surrounding your realm. Though some of what you learned seems suspect, you have still obtained a better understanding in how to approach foreigners. Your diplomatic ability has improved as a result. So I think that's tied into my ambition to get better at diplomacy, which is giving this a percentage chance to kick off. So I've been reading some books, you know, I've been looking around and stuff, and my diplomatic skill has increased by 1. So therefore, bang! Yep, Earl Murchad of Dublin fulfilled his ambition to improve diplomacy, which is fantastic because I am now at 100. We'll just leave this down here now. I've now had 100 prestige boost, which is massive. I'm really climbing up the prestige ladder. But I also need a new ambition. So as soon as the party's over, we're going to pick that. It probably will be to increase more stats. It's a way of encouraging that. But we'll come back to that in a sec. Everyone drank and were happy except Bishop Loinstech, who refused more wine. This insulting gesture means that he does not appreciate my hospitality. Earl Murchad's opinion of the bishop changes by -20 for 2 years. So this guy's pissed me off, man. He wouldn't have any wine at my party. Bear in mind, however, that he's pissed me off, but I haven't pissed him off. So whilst my opinion of him has lowered, well, it will do after I click on this and let time pass a little bit. Although my opinion of him has lowered, his opinion of me hasn't. He doesn't really realise he's caused me offence. See, I am insulted by him. So, you know, I'm not too happy with this guy, but at the same time, he really likes me, man. So I can't, you know, I'm not going to complain for now. Let's see what else we get. Usually you're going to get 1 or 2. I mean, if that's the only thing that happens at the party. Oh, is that it? The last of the guests have returned home and everyone agreed it was this year's greatest feast. Oh, we have had something else. So let's deal with this one first. Earl Murchad gains the buff Fabulous Feast for a year, giving the following effects: +5 diplomacy and +5 general opinion. General opinion is, well, everyone's opinion will go by 5 regardless, which is fantastic. It's a nice little boost. So everyone will like me +5 more, and my diplomacy skill goes up by 5, which is huge. Bear in mind, it only goes up by 5 for a year, but it does go up by 5. If I wanted to maintain these buffs, I could maybe have a feast every year. I could become that guy, but obviously that feast was very expensive. It was ticking on for like 8-9 months taxes just for that one feast, so that's something to consider. But I had great fun and so did everyone else. Oh, we need to deal with this first. I started talking to one of my guests at the feast and found them most interesting. Hours flew by, wine bottles were emptied, other guests exhausted themselves, and I went to bed. But we kept talking until the wee hours. I have made a new bestie. I have never met a more fascinating person. The Mayor of Wexford. So, at the party, me and the Mayor of Wexford got on famously. How nice. Let's see what that's if that's affected. So the Mayor of Wexford, he didn't think much of me, man. You know, I get +5 from the Fabulous Feast. But yeah, he wasn't too keen on me. So the fact that I get on with him, although saying that, has that affected? Yeah, it can only be good, you know, if vassals start liking me a little bit more. We still haven't got enough. Ardgar, the Bishop of Christchurch, he's just off. He's just off. He still doesn't like me enough to give him his taxes, so what we're going to do is we're going to fix that now. One little thing you can do, you only have a few of these in your pocket, so you've got to be careful about where you spend them. If we go diplomacy with this guy, we can send him gifts. I could send him 31.6. This is determined automatically. I think it automatically figures out how much money it would cost to make a significant change. You can't select that, but it determines that itself, so you don't have to worry about entering that. But it send a gift of 31.6 to Bishop Erdger of Christchurch, increasing his opinion of you by 31. That's significant. That's really big. Yeah, that might be worth it. I mean, you could factor in how much money do I get from him a year compared to how much it would cost me. I mean, if you spent 31.6 getting his favour and then he fell off a cliff tomorrow, that'd suck. So we have other options. We have these, which is award honorary titles. We have 4 of these, and they're finite. You know, only one person can be Master of the Horse, Master of the Hunt, High Almoner, or Cupbearer. And basically, these are exactly how they sound. They are literally just one-off honorary titles, but they can affect opinion. So, Master of the Horse, for example, has a +10 opinion modifier. His monthly salary goes up a little bit, so it does cost you a little bit of money, but not really a lot. But that will give him a +10 opinion of me, which will take that to 69. And that'll be just enough. He'll be back in my favour. He'll quite like that. You may decide, well, maybe we should get a bit more. Master of the Hunt is +10. High Almoner is +10. Cupbearer is +15. Obviously, you get a little bit more of Cupbearer. Do you know what? I like the fact of a priest. He's a pretty honest guy. I think I'm going to have my wine come from him. So I will grant the title of Cupbearer to Bishop Erdger. This will increase his opinion of you by 15. So yeah, I'm going to make him my Cupbearer. Ding ding, which comes up here. And then we go into vassals. Let's let that tick through. Here we go. He's back in our favour. So yearly income of 16.4. So yeah, if we could have paid him 31, but it would have taken 2 years of money from him in order for him just to pay for that sort of, not bribe, gift, shall we say. So yeah, we're going to leave that there for now. That's pretty good. So everyone here likes me. Awesome. We do need a new ambition. Let's have a look at our traits here. 6 stewardship and 6 martial. These are quite close to 8. Most of these stat increase ambitions are to take that stat to 8. Let's just slow down time a little bit here. So that's pretty close. It's pretty easily achievable, and you get a huge 100 prestige for fulfilling that. I'm going to go with improved stewardship. It's going to be my ambition to improve my stewardship. So hopefully I'll get a little bit more money. And a huge prestige boost. So we've got a new ambition, so that's all cool, we're ticking along there. But I did want to possibly find a new Chancellor. 13's good, but I really want to start getting some claims fabricated here, so I'm going to go find characters. I'm searching everywhere. Now here's where you might need a bit of cash. This guy, Athanasi, he has a diplomacy of 27, which is massive. Absolutely massive, and he's a pretty cool cat, to be honest. However, he's orthodox and he wants to be sneakier. He doesn't mind me. He's not exactly loving me, and he lives way over in the court of Moskva, he is way over here. I'm guessing this is Russian somewhere. Yeah, I don't think Russia exists at the moment. Yeah, he's way over here. He's halfway across the land. Could I get him to move to Ireland? We're not sure. Let's have a quick look. No, I can't. I don't know why. Usually you have an option down here that says invite to court. but there isn't one. I'm not sure, perhaps he's too far away. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure why he can't come over here. I've done that previously. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Let's have a look at some other people though. Wow, this guy. Persian. Wow. Hassan Mulkid. He's a fantastic diplomat. He's a scholar. He's a great eminence. He's ambitious. He's just. He's honest. He's patient. This guy is legendary. However, he is totally way away. He hates me because I'm an infidel. So let me guess, chances of him come to my court? No. He will not come to my court because he's a base reluctance, and he also laughs at my fake god. So yeah, he has absolutely no interest of coming over. What we're going to do now is we're going to say my religion. Yes, let's just let's get the Catholics on board here. Might have a little bit more chance. How about Lutbert, a German? He's pretty good. He's currently... Oh, he's already a chancellor. See, he's not going to come to my court because he's already a chancellor with his liege, who is Countess Richhild of Hanet. Yeah, he's just not going to come. He's quite happy where he is. Again, you'll also find that the best chancellors, probably the best people at diplomacy, probably already are chancellors. They'll have been snapped up quite a while ago. The trick is to find someone who maybe hates their boss, if it's possible. We've got a little notice up here. Someone has arrived in my court. Who is he? Some guy, some 60-year-old dude. He's now in my court. So, right, he's the father of one of the guys in my court. So he's brought his dad along. So now, for example, I could make him something. So I'd look at his stats and I could decide if someone's in your court, you can make their career for them essentially. But I'm not too bothered about him. He can, you can come along on a hunt or have a party or whatever. Wow, quite a few people have arrived in my court. I haven't never read any of these, but I'm not going to concern myself too much. So let's just move on. Right, let's have a look. He's a chancellor. He's a chancellor. He's a bishop. With that high, he's a lousy bishop as well. He's got a learning skill of 5. He's in Canterbury. He's a bit closer to home. And he's dead. Okay. He must have died after I started this search. Okay, that's a shame. Let's see. Let's go down the list a bit. We've got a mayor, Italian. We've got a Welsh guy here. He's pretty good. He's 69. It might not even be worth. Nobody's interested. Yeah, it is pretty tricky luring people to your court. Usually a substantial cash gift is required. See, if I sent a gift of 20, his opinion of me would go up by 44, which is huge. You know, buying people in this game gives you a real boost. But you've got to see. I've got 2 positives and 6 negatives there, and I think you've got to have more. I think you have to have more positives and negatives in order for them to agree to whatever it is you're asking them. That's a bit far off. I don't think that's going to happen. Scottish guy here. What's he think? No, he's going to need too much convincing. Swedish. He quite likes me. Can't invite him to court. Not sure why. He's got, yeah. There'll be a very good reason why. It's just I'm nowhere near a skilled enough player to figure it out. Let's have a look. We're still up high, we're in 20s, you know. So these people are still. I bet it has something to do with this orange ring, which is why I can't invite him to court. This Italian guy again. Wow, he really doesn't want to come. He loves his boss. He's a complete. Yeah, he's right up there. Let's see. Chancellor in Cartley. Where's Cartley? Whoa! Oh, it's way over there. He is far away. Let's get this. Want someone who has a pretty high opinion of me already. Not a lot of people do. 41. Norwegian. He's not that far off. I wonder if I could buy him. Interesting. See, buying them, when you give them money, it's not a guarantee. You have no indication of whether that amount of money you give him is going to tip him over the edge and agree to come along. But that's, you know, that's the risk you got to take. You want to get someone who's as close as possible to saying yes before you actually give them any cash. It's a Frankish guy. He's way off. Really need someone who hates their boss. You know, these numbers are starting to go down a little bit as well. We're now on 17. And you start to wonder. See, that guy's got 4 positives and 5 negatives. Who's this guy? He's Polish. Miszkigniew. Yes, apologies for pronunciation. Miszkigniew. Alright, so Curly here. He's a scholar, he's just, charitable, patient, humble. He's a nice guy, he's a total all-round pretty decent guy, and he's got a diplomat skill of 17. That's pretty good. It is an improvement over my Chancellor. Let's do it, you know, let's just see if we can make this happen. So, invite to court, he says no. But he's not far off because he absolutely despises his boss. His boss is Prince Władysław of Poland. This guy here. This one here is a little back button, which can be quite handy. It was ages before I figured that out. You can actually go back to the previous one you're looking at. Yeah, he despises his boss. Something rotten. If they just do not get along, probably because he's quite a nice guy. His boss is greedy, gluttonous, infirm, paranoid, arbitrary, deceitful. His boss is he's a tool. He's an absolute tool. No wonder he hates him. This guy's quite nice, so you know. Ooh. And he also has a claim. This could be interesting. Right. This guy is a good guy to have to court. I don't fully understand all the succession laws, but if someone's in court, you can push their... I'm thinking about going to war in Poland. I haven't even taken over Ireland yet, so let's just leave that for now. But anyway, this guy can probably come over to me, so let's do some diplomacy with him here. Invite to court, no, so let's send him a gift. Send a gift of 20. Oh, he doesn't even want much money, this guy is fantastic. A gift of 20, increasing his opinion of you by 44. This is quite handy. This is, you can mark certain characters of special interest, and they'll be logged down here. So when there's a few people you got your eye on them, you might want to know sort of what they're all about, or I might not want him now, or might want to keep tabs on him, but I don't want to keep running that search the whole time. He marks them as special interest. But invite to court, no. So yeah, I'm going to send him a gift of 20. I can take that. That's not too bad. It's only 4 months rent. So let's send that. Right, okay, his opinion of me has gone way up. 44, sent him a gift, quite liked it. Invite to court? Yes! See, we now have 6 positives against 5 negatives, so that was enough for him. He's quite happy with that gift. He can be quite easily bought, by all accounts. So yes, please, come to court. He's currently considering this, and if you leave this diplomacy screen open, you'll get a little message here that tells you how long it's going to take him to decide about that. So we are now outsourcing our stewardship to Poland, and he will be coming in-house now. Okay, to the heroic Earl Murchard. He really does like me. Peace be with you. I accept your gracious invitation and will join you court forthwith. Now, bang, straight away he's in court, and immediately this guy, my Chancellor, is he? No, he's not related. He's just my Chancellor. He's not bad, but I'm afraid he is about to get fired. I'm about to appoint a new guy. There he is. Curly, right at the top there. Bang. He is now my new Chancellor. With a skill of 17. Much better. Well, not hugely better, but better anyway. You'll see the last guy had a 10% chance to fabricate claims. This guy has a 16, almost 17% chance. We're not far off doubling the... Again? Seriously? This guy? Is he Randy? Is his wife? Wow, that's pretty impressive. My cousin has had another daughter. He's really going for a son, you know. Keep it up, buddy. So yes, Curly. He is now my Chancellor with a 16% chance. So yeah, like I was saying, he's nearly doubled his chance to fabricate a claim. It could quite easily be quite a few years, you know. It's still 16%. It's not huge, but it's enough for him to have a crack. So we're going to put him back there fabricating claims in Kildare. What's his opinion of me? He doesn't like me because I'm a foreigner. It causes problems because he is Polish Catholic, as you can see up here. Polish West Slavic. Whereas I am obviously Irish Catholic. So, you know, we don't get along. It's a bit Daily Mail around here at the moment. You know, we're not liking people from other countries. But, you know, it doesn't make him hate me, but it does make him think about me a little bit. So, despite that, he's still pretty chuffed. He got plus 15 from me making him a Chancellor. He does also want to get married. I could arrange that for him. But here he has a strong claim on the Prince Bishopric of Saxe, which is way over here. Now that's not. He doesn't even have a claim on the county. He just has a claim on. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, right, Prince Bishop. Oh, of course, yes, he does have a... Oh, isn't this nice? Fate smiles upon me. My wife is pregnant. Fantastic. They did add in a new patch recently that women can now die in childbirth, as if it wasn't already bad enough for them in these Middle Ages. But they can die in childbirth. Hopefully that won't happen. We've already got a few kids, you know. If she does die, well, that'll be a shame. We've got 5 prestige because she's pregnant. You know, it's always good. People like it. So the Prince Bishopric, I think a Prince Bishopric, if I'm right, is it's a county that's run by a bishop who's also at war with everybody. God, he's defending against Kiev, Rostov, and Modvins. He is wow, he's fighting these guys. Probably on behalf of Poland, but yeah, he's in it. Anyway, my new Chancellor reckons that's his. Interesting. So, the King Boleslaw II, the Bald of Poland. I now have a reason to declare war on Poland, because I would be pushing the claim of my new Chancellor. If I were to win that war, what would happen if I won that war, for example? The king would lose prestige, and my steward would gain the Prince Bishopric. Now this would be pointless at the moment, because if I won, my steward would then run off to Poland and install himself there. And I wouldn't be his boss. So he'd love me, I'm sure he would, but I would be spending war resources to fight something that I would gain absolutely nothing from. So we're not going to be doing that, but it is a way of showing you, when you go on characters, claims. This is a really important tab down here. That tells you that's where your casus belli is, when people have got a claim on something. This is what I'm trying to fabricate here in Kildare. But yeah, that is absolutely no use to us at the moment. Or it could be if I had some diabolical scheme. I could get him married, have a I could marry him to one of my daughters, matrilineally. There's ways. You know, this is a game where you can plan 20 years in the future, and you can come up with your own plots that are just crazy insane. But we're not going to worry about that for the moment. A rather nettlesome neighbour keeps sending me envoys begging for money or demanding tribute. I feel rather confused about his arbitrary ways, and I'm not sure what to do. I will send him the roses. Nail the envoy's hat to their head. Right, that's pretty brutal. So I've got a choice here, basically. I've got a pesky neighbour keeps wanting stuff. keeps wanting roses. So a neighbour keeps sending messengers because he wants some of my roses. If I give him the roses, I get 20 piety. If I tell the messengers, well, nail their hats to their heads, I get 20 prestige. I got quite a bit of prestige. Piety, not so much. Maybe I should go for a bit of piety. Get the church guys like me a little bit. I'm going to go for piety. I'm going to give in. I'm going to send these guys some roses. So I got a nice boost to piety there. I don't know if that increases. Oh dear. Oh, we'll come to this in a second. I don't know if that increases my bishop's opinion. Wow, I have dipped back under the radar on both of these bishops here now. Long reign, cupbearer. Yeah, I've gone back under the radar. Ah, yes, of course. I still had those buffs from the feasts and from the hunt, which was buoying these up quite nicely. I've now lost them because they've worn off. It's July, so I should think about maybe having some more feastings. My money is quite good. I've got a decent bottom line. I should maybe think about having some more feasts and some more hunts. What have we got here? The dragon boars of longships have been sighted off the coast of Leinster. Oh crap! Okay, we got a problem here. The dragon bows of longships have been sighted off the coast of Leinster as Vikings under the fierce heathen chief Bjorn of Halgensland begin to pillage and loot the country. Damn. We didn't need this. However, it has happened. We have 866 Vikings now kicking the crap out of Leinster. This is a problem. But not as big a problem as it looks, actually. And it's pretty good time, actually, because it's about the time we can start looking into a few military options. We're paused here at the moment. So yeah, here's some... And there's also a loot system now. Let's see if it's been pillaged. Yeah, he can take some money off me here. I'll explain this. Basically, in the Old Gods DLC, but even if you don't have it, you still have a lot of the features from it. When you click on a county, you have this loot bar here, which tells you how much money is available to raid, and this little wall indicates anything behind that wall is considered cash that is locked up, you know, that people can't get to. But anything on this side of the wall is stuff that raiders can grab. Now, if you look at these guys, the Raiders of Sven, they have this little looting symbol above them, which means that they're not really interested in taking land. They're literally just running amok, nicking cash and anything valuable they can get their hands on. This is what the Vikings like to do. So they're raiding at the moment, and they will be able to raid this much cash. They won't be able to get that without besieging the castle, but they can get this much. So they have a problem. They're sucking stuff from me, and I don't want that. So I'm going to want to kick them out. They are also a force in my county, and they can siege these territories. Now, if you want to take a territory, you have to siege each of these. The first one, which is usually the capital or a castle or something like that, takes quite a long time. And then eventually you siege this one, and then that one, and then you've got the county. But he's not doing that at the moment. This little red sign here, the siege can't happen because he doesn't have enough men. Basically, in order to besiege a county, you have to have more men than there are defenders. At the moment, there are 1,061 defenders in Leinster, but he only has 866 men, so I'm kind of safe. He doesn't have enough men to threaten my lands, so I don't have to worry about that. But he is raiding, which is the whole point. The Vikings like to just come, take money, and go. But I don't want that, man. You know, I want to kick some butt here, so I'm not going to have this. But I think we're going to call it a day there, and in the next episode, I think we'll think about dealing with this Viking problem, whilst also, you know, things tend to bunch up in this. You know, things will be going one way, and then all of a sudden something, wham, will just come out of nowhere. You didn't expect it. So you can almost guarantee that halfway through fighting here, I'll fabricate a claim on here, pissing this guy off, who will then declare anything could happen. But next episode we will look into dealing with this guy, the Raiders of Sven. So we'll see you then.